Effect of frequency of incident radiation on stopping potential. To study the effect of frequency on photoelectric effect, the first parameter that we need to keep constant is intensity. The intensity of incident radiation at each frequency should be adjusted in such a way that the current in the circuit should remain constant by keeping the anode plate positive. So first parameter is intensity. Intensity should be constant by that current in the circuit will be constant as long as the anode plate is positive. But when the anode plate is reduces its positivity and becomes zero, and furthermore if we increase the negative value of anode, so what happens? The system will reaches to the stopping potential, the point at which there will be no current in the circuit. So when the anode plate value is increased negatively to a stopping potential, the photoelectric current in the circuit will become zero. This is for a frequency of light whose value is greater than the threshold frequency, and by keeping the intensity constant. Now if we try with another frequency of light which is greater than the previous one, if it is nu2 which is greater than nu1, and again by repeating the same step, we can identify that the stopping potential of the given system will be increases, because when the frequency increases, the kinetic energy of the electrons also be increases. When the kinetic energy of the electrons are increases, the stopping potential also increases, because we know that kinetic energy is equal to charge into stopping potential. When the kinetic energy of the electrons are more, then stopping potential also more. So let us see the experiment in graphical way. So in this graph, we can see that on the y-axis current is taken in microamperes, and on x-axis potential is taken in terms of volts. So as intensity of light is kept constant, when anode plate was positive, the current in the circuit will be constant. But as the potential value is reduced to zero and then it further increases negatively, when the potential on anode reaches to stopping potential, then we can identify that current in the circuit will be zero. By keeping the intensity constant, again if we go with another frequency, here we can identify that the stopping potential value increases when the frequency is increased, because as I told you, if the frequency increases, the kinetic energy of the electrons which are emitted from the metal surface is also increases. If the kinetic energy of the electrons are increased, then the stopping potential of the given circuit also should be increases, or the stopping potential between anode and cathode plate should be also increases. So when we try with the different frequencies, as the frequency value increases, then stopping potential value also increases.